Greetings, travelers, and welcome back where our human paladin is making his way from level 1 to 60 in human-only hardcore, self-found World of Warcraft. And last episodes, we got rolling, getting the higher level Lochmadan and Westfall quests completed, and ending up with a Deadmines run. Unfortunately, no Smite's Mighty Hammer just yet. So today, we're back out at it. And it looks like some of the guildies are actually currently running Deadmines, so best of luck to them. Reporting to Grind Stoutmantle here, with the head of the Defias Brotherhood in the bags, Van Cleef. It hands in exchange for quite the quest reward. Out of these options, I am most definitely going to go for the Chausees of Westfall, a massive armor upgrade, and 11 strength, 5 stamina leggings. Rare quality as well. These are honestly probably going to be our leggings for a good 10 to 15 levels. A very respectable quest reward indeed. And up at the top of Sentinel Tower, we can hand in the bandanas as well, getting some XP, and then some vendor trash fodder as well. Perfect. And with that, we are done the majority of Westfall quests. There are a few shoreline quests to come back and finish up, but let's head over onto our next zone. And I know exactly which zone awaits. Redridge. Getting into town here, there is quite a bit going on. One thing of pretty high importance though, is that Darcy needs us to bring a lunch to her husband, Guard Parker, who's out on a big long shift right now. So we could do that. On top of that, there are quite a few quests around the zone for various mobs around, kill quests and target quests, so we'll get to that. But with everything accepted, the map is now littered with quest objectives. Which if you're wondering what that add-on is, it's the Questy add-on, which is pretty helpful in Classic for seeing where to go for quests, what quests are available, and where to get certain loots. But looking at the map, there's also a lot of red. And red is part of our death log add-on, which tells us when other players in the hardcore mode have died, as well as some cool aspects like their last words, time played, and cause of death. And there is a lot of red around Redridge. Getting going on the first quests here though, we do need the boars, the spiders, and the dire condors around Redridge to make the local cuisine of Redridge goulash. These beasts are spread out pretty far though, so I'll try to grab them whenever I'm running between other quests, objectives, or hand-ins, and just make this a long-term goal for the zone. Speaking of which, that does bring us down into the three corners on the edge of Elwyn and Duskwood here, where Guard Parker is on duty and watching the front. And he's looking pretty hungry. Luckily we got his lunch. And in return, he is asking us to bring us some flowers to Darcy, since he's been away on shift for a while. Can do, Mr. Parker. On to the next. The Knolls of Redridge. Down in the south of the Lakeridge Highway, we have an assortment of gnolls. The ones in particular we need to take out are the mongrels, 10 of them, and the poachers, 6 of them. At this point, we are kind of over-leveled for the first selection of gnolls, being level 19 to their 16. Oh no, a fellow human guildie, Stank Plank of Honor Corps, has fallen. R.I.P. brother. We go again. We definitely have to be safe out here, and if nothing else, the Deathlog add-on just reminds us to play a little safely, make sure we get to that max level after all. Speaking of which, another fellow guildie is actually starting these gnoll quests here as we're finishing, so to keep both of us safe and moving quickly, a quick group up, and we can take out the last of the poachers and the mongrels together. Nice. On to the next. Still in the south of the Redridge Highway here, we need to get some spotted sunfish. They drop from the local murlocs, plus there is a healthy condor population around, so we can still work towards the goulash. Oh geez, I didn't see these whelps. There's 2. Well, that's one way to wake up. A double pull of whelps is no joke, and you can really see why those whelps are the #1 most dangerous mob in Redridge. Casting their fireballs and hiding in the tall grass, we'll keep pretty clear of them and make our way through the rest of the sunfish. But if we didn't have bubble or something there, that could have definitely been a death. Gotta be careful. With Classic being Classic though, The sunfish say they're a 45% drop rate, but we're about 10 kills in and no luck so far. Good XP from grinding though. Speaking of the drop rate, apparently we can also get the spotted sunfish just from fishing. Unfortunately, I don't have a high enough fishing level to actually get them, so we'll just stay here grinding the murlocs until we get 10 of them. Slow and steady. And ding level 20. We're actually cruising through these levels. Plus, on the way back, with 10 sunfish in the bags, we can make a little pit stop at the bottom of the lake to get Oslow's toolbox. Watching out, of course, for the lake monsters. So far, a couple close calls, but Redridge is moving along pretty well, and so it's on to rounding up the last of the goulash. But oh, what's this? A fellow guildie is asking if we wanted to do Deadmines? Well, I mean, another chance at loot like Smite's Mighty Hammer would actually be pretty solid. Our spiked mace is pretty good, but it is rapidly being out-leveled. So, I'm in. Hearthing over and meeting up with the group. Level 20 training, of course, on the way. Gotta make sure we're fully equipped for the run. And here we are. Another group of adventurers ready to head into the mines. A full group as well. But wait. I thought we already took out Edwin Van Cleef. Interesting. Either way, let's get in there. And actually, as we get going here, it's pretty nice because last Deadmines run, we didn't actually get a chance to finish off the Miners Union cards. I only got 1 out of 4 from the mobs outside of the dungeon. But here we are now, 4 out of 4 completed. Perfect. So into the Deadmines we go. Now we definitely want to stay safe on the second run here. It would really be a shame to die after we already cleared it fully, but hopefully we can get lucky on loot this time. So far so good here. The group is pulling really smoothly. We got good damage and great heals. Exactly what you want in hardcore. A smooth run up to the ship. No crazy drops, just a lot of the standard green ones that we'll see. To be fair though, for Paladin, the one that I really want to see is still coming up. From Mr. Smite. Let's see if we can get it. Our Warrior Fury already has Smite's Mighty Hammer, so if it drops, he probably won't need on it. And... another Reaver Axe. 0 for 2 on Smite's Mighty Hammers. I mean, it's only a 17% drop chance, so we can't be too upset about it. But that being said, we might have to set our sights on a different weapon upgrade, maybe one that we can guarantee, because we are getting into level range where Varrigan's Fist might be possible. Ding level 21, by the way, which means we can start putting points into Pursuit of Justice, and this gives us a flat 4% increased movement speed for each rank, up to a maximum of 2 ranks, so totaling 8%. But this is honestly one of my favorite Retribution talent points. It's both a massive plus for Classic WoW, running in between quests, but also 8% move speed can come in clutch if you have to run away from a mob. If mobs have base movement speed, it means you run faster and they can't actually hit you. Definitely a good pick here. Oh, 1 sec. Greenskin down again. Nice. And with a quick takedown of Edwin Van Cleef, a very successful Deadmines run. Unfortunately no loot, but some good XP, and the guildies needed a DPS, so I'm glad we could help. We also finished off the last of our quests for Deadmines, so the Miners Union cards can be handed back into Thistlenettle here for even more XP. And then it's back to Redridge to finish off the goulash. Spiders? Check. And condors? Check. Definitely making some good progress today on Redridge. We did get a follow-up quest for the Gnolls though. Up to the north here, we have to scavenge for some supplies from the Redridge Mystics and the Redridge Brutes, some iron pikes and iron rivets. I do remember this quest being a bit of a low drop rate sometimes, but for a change, the classic drop rates actually smiled on us. 5 out of 5 of each done in about 3 minutes. Very min-max. Speaking of min-max, we have quite a few hand-ins in town here. There's nothing quite like a big quest turn-in in Classic WoW, but we're really rounding up the quests here, so I think it might be time to take a break from Redridge and get some more levels elsewhere. And I know just the place because we still have a few little quests to finish up in Westfall, so let's go. We have a hand-in for Sentinel Hill, quick pit stop there, and then it's off to the shore, because there's some more Murlocs on the agenda today. Captain Grayson here does have 3 quests for us, the first of which we have actually already completed pretty much. We happen to have 18 flasks of oil in our bags, and he just needs 5 to keep the lighthouse lit. So a quick hand in there, and on to the next. Pretty much just kill all the Murlocs on the shore, about 7 of every kind, and 1 of the big guy, Old Mer Guy. So it's time for a 1v1. Well, honestly, that was a little easier than expected, and maybe got our confidence too high because this Murloc pull is no joke here. Alright, well, with those encounters done, running up and down the shoreline a few times, which on video looks pretty quick, but in real life this quest took about 40 minutes. This shoreline is just so long and there's so many types of Murlocs. But there we go. 7 of each Murloc completed, and back to the captain to hand in. Pushing us almost all the way up to level 22. I do want to train at level 22 though, and I do have a quest to hand in Stormwind, so let's go ahead and Hearthstone there. Hand into the Architect, getting 22 by the way, and get some Paladin training. We're getting into the levels where every single point in some of these spells could mean life or death. And oh, what is this? The quest for the Tome of Valor? If I'm not mistaken, that is the epic Paladin questline to get the massive two-handed mace Varrigan's Fist. Well, we need an upgrade. But are we prepared? Well, travelers, that question and many more will be answered tomorrow when we take on the Varrigan's Fist questline. So until then, go with honor, friend.